The latest game to the Doom franchise, Doom: The Dark Ages, is now here, and the new game serves as a prequel to 2016's Doom, chronicling the feats of the Doomslayer during his time with the Night Sentinels. We've spent some time playing Doom: The Dark Ages, and while we aren't quite finished yet, we think that id Software has yet another hit on its hands. The Doomslayer still goes from one level to the next, wiping out demons with huge guns, and huge guts.
Guts. Huge guts. Kill them.
So that much hasn't changed. What has changed is how the Slayer feels in battle, and how the game's levels are built around his new abilities. These levels are wider and more expansive, opting out of Doom Eternal's verticality and Doom 2016's linearity to give players a more bullet hell heavy gameplay loop that feels much closer to the original Doom. This might prove jarring for returning Doom Eternal players, but it works well in the game's favor. The player now has to dodge enemy attacks and parry them at the right moments, while avoiding demons approaching from all sides. However, the power fantasy hasn't been diminished one bit. All of this chaos is mitigated by the Slayer's extensive suite of weaponry. You'll notice a few returning favorites, but plenty of new toys are brought into the fray as well. The new chain gun like Skull Crusher, for example, spits demon skulls at enemies, and that's both sick and, let's just admit it, awesome. The Slayer plays like a tank, and he now can take to the skies in a cybernetic dragon, or even punch kaijus in a massive 30-story mech. For fans of Doom, this game takes the universe to new cinematic heights. The Slayer is now surrounded by a larger cast of characters than before, and with new villains as well as the medieval fantasy setting, the heightened focus on storytelling is more than welcome. We're not quite done with Doom: The Dark Ages yet, but our time with the game has been intensive, addictive, and almost frustratingly challenging. While it's difficult to tell where Doom: The Dark Ages will rank among the franchise, we're sure returning players as well as new players to the franchise will find this game as enjoyable as we did. That's all we have for our first impression of Doom: The Dark Ages. Do let us also know in the comments if you are intending to play the game, or if you are just a Doom 2016 purist. We don't judge.